All right, hole number 12 on Butterfield. I already hit my tee shot. I got 69 in. I'm gonna hit a little lob wedge here. Thoughts on FSX Play so far? Not bad. Graphics are really improved. Reminds me of GS Pro, probably actually better in my opinion. It's definitely not fully functional yet. You can see we've got the mini map, our little icons up on top, good information, what shot you're on, what hole you're on, who's up, which was always a challenge with prior FSX. It was hard to tell sometimes whose turn it was to hit. Got the club that I'm hitting down the bottom, which is auto-selected based on your entries for your yardages. And good information right above. Reminds me of GS Pro where the yardage and the elevation is floating. Those are my numbers from my tee shot right there. Let's see if we can hit one up on the green. Show you the putting. I do like you can tell that the screen is elevated, slopes off there, slopes off the bunkers on the left. Really bad graphics because my card is less than what was recommended. I believe I only have the GTX 1060, so that's even below the minimum suggested graphics card. So I do have it on full performance or balanced, I can't remember which. Definitely not cranked up, no wind or anything like that. Go ahead and hit one up there and show you putting. Ball tracer's a little different. Oh wow, I frickin' misread my yardage there. Ha. Yeah, I got to talking, forgot that was only 60-yard shot, not a full lob wedge. I don't have the grid on. I can turn that on. I hope you can see up here, just by selecting grid, which I question its functionality right now, but when you play on what appears to be flat greens, sometimes one's going this way, one's going that way. That tells me it's flat, I guess. I don't know why they're just not stationary, but on here, I think we can tell there's a obvious grade going down. That's interesting too. You can see on the left, my club speed data is all jacked up. So it doesn't display the numbers right sometimes, although I think it gets the right numbers, it just doesn't translate. And the ball seems to go the correct yardage. I do have lie effect on, so I'm trying to play with that for the first time. It's about 22 yards, a little bit downhill. Oh, go in. Oh, that's funny. That was going fast. Now, that would be a complaint I would have had for FSX 20 and before, was that you'd hit putts right at the hole and it would bounce out. So moving on here, hole 13, you can see the flyby graphics are amazing. And like I said, this is very low resolution. Below minimum graphic card. But I mean, to me, that looks good. I got no complaints so far on the graphics. For sure, one thing I've noticed that's different, the trees are a true penalty now. On prior versions, you could hit through as long as you didn't hit a branch, you had no issues. Now the leaves will literally destroy you like a tree in full summer. Would be neat down the road if they would allow you to pick the season, so you could play some fall golf with or spring with fewer leaves, but that's probably asking a lot, right? Water looks good. Everything looks good except for probably my driver. And I'll go ahead and bang one out there. Pick up that right side, draw it back. That's how I play the game. I am a chronic hooker of the ball. Not bad though. I'm assuming in the future they'll be able to change the camera to whatever camera angle you like or camera setting you like. Right now there's only one, which is that. Again, you can see the contours are really nice and come across really nice visually. You can tell this whole slopes in from the left to the right. Got one at 90 in, sorry. Try this again. Yeah, it's nice that some of the data comes in that you can select for club and or ball. I'm not so sure in the future if I have people over to play, I just turn HMT off and hide the ball data unless people really want to see it. It is more about just playing as opposed to practicing. So, that said, I'm gonna throw one up there, see if we can get on the green. Now the tracer is definitely, I guess you call it the ball tracer, is definitely different. All previous versions of FSX, the line would start immediately, and now this is more like, I suppose, realistic, because you don't see the ball right away. Kind of pick it up when it's out in front of you. There you go, got that one on. I would say putting overall is better. I'm still trying to get used to the new grid that they have on the green for green reading purposes. So obviously sloping off to the left. I think the previous version you could actually see the contours of the greens better if you are familiar with FSX, but this is kind of the way most simulators are, is like this. So 23 feet up 9. I do like the gimme circle. I've had a lot of anxiety previously with FSX, especially playing the online competitions of trying to know whether you got it within the gimme range or not. And then finding out that you hit the gimme range exactly and still had one more putt to go before you got the gimme. For any of you that do the online competitions, you know what I'm talking about. Squeeze in one more hole here, par 3. I should show, let's see. You saw the flyby. There's also bird eye view, which is kind of nice if you want to see what the lay of the land is on the hole you're playing. I found it useful. Some of the holes, the contouring is good enough that you know, if the green is hidden behind some bunkering or something, or not bunkering, but behind some hills, you need to do the bird's eye view. And they also still have, if you haven't seen, true to FSX prior, is the green view, which that comes up, shows you, and then drops some balls, and you can kind of see where stuff breaks. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of a false front there. Everything feeds back and to the right. So all in all, I really like it, to be honest with you. It's like new, it's always like a new game. I always think back to when Madden used to change formats back in the day, and they come out and you're like, well, wow, this is weird. Just because you weren't used to the feel of it. But I am definitely getting used to the feel of this, and I'm excited to see how they progress with it. And it's definitely got some stuff, some functionality that needs to be continued to improve. All right, let's go ahead and hit one here. Pulled that a little, and that's pretty accurate on the flight, and I probably am long too. Wow, yes. So you can see how the graphics are not quite perfectly smooth, but again, this is a GX 1060, lower than recommended, so I shouldn't expect a whole lot here. Upgrade pending here. The upgrade is coming. Now this is just death. You can see I have the sand penalty on over there. This will be the first bunker shot I've hit with sand penalty. I think sand penalty should be on all the time, because it actually, usually it allows you to hit the ball better out of the bunker. Oh crap, I bladed that one. And that was a crap shot. I think the sand penalty helped me out there by not blading that over the green. That was absolutely horrific. Can putt from off the green too. It's pretty realistic on that. So up 6-15. Oh, close. All right, well, there you go. 3 more holes of FSX Play. I like it so far. I love how it pops up a little scorecard. Think you got a good taste for it. Love this course. I think this is a great representation of this course. I've never played it in real life, but it looks like you're really there. So kudos on the graphics. Till next time, fellas.